think I have audio. 1, 2, 3, check. 1, 2, 3, check. Alright, let's see what we got here. Good morning, this is Ricardo Calzadilla. I am just doing a quick live stream, maybe about a half hour, and then I'm going to try to get all my stuff together and get going for the day. I'm going to also record this, part of this, on my laptop. So I'll do the reintroduction. Good morning, this is Ricardo Calzadilla. I'm going to do a little bit of painting live, I guess. Turned off the radio and all of that stuff. I really don't know how much time I'm going to have or how much I can get done in this short burst, but let's go for it, see what we get. I didn't go out yesterday, and I didn't go out the day before. Let it rain, and then yesterday I had some impromptu emergency business I had to attend to, and being that I'm a decrepit old man, I run out of gas, man. Get sleepy. And lately I keep on poisoning myself with donuts and ice cream. I cannot resist. Let me get that Biden dementia thing. Eats a lot of ice cream, you know. Oh, and again, I don't have my reference drawing ready to go. So I'll keep talking. So let's see. I'm about getting. I think I'm getting pretty close to advertising a painting, and I'm just not sure which way to go about it. So maybe I just need to stick a lot of money into the YouTube and do that kind of thing. I'm going to hit this little area here just to mark it off, because I'm losing it here in my drawing, and it's really not that. It's not a bright. I should just go ahead and do it the bright red. And I really can't see what it is. It's really weird. It's like a dark brown red. There's some kind of a red markings. We'll see what happens from there. It's like a little red thing down here too, kind of. Probably should have used more solvent than more solvent than medium. Gotta be careful. I've got this chair with rollers, and I've got my paints on the ground. So I could run over the tubes and crush them. So this is the painting that is meant to move. It's getting a lot of compliments, as people see it reveal itself. Right now it's pretty raw right here, but I'll get it. I'll get it up there. I'll get it up. I'll get it good. You gotta get it straight motion. Keep an eye on that clock. Where is the clock? It's 10:34 a.m. It's amazing how hard it is for me to get this up and going in the mornings. Just to get to the canvas. It can be tricky. Very, very tricky. That's a big... So I was looking at my... So sometimes YouTube will do the transcript and sometimes they won't. So, like I have a silent video that I posted, or I'm about to post. I really should post it now since I have it open, but it is silent, so I had some pretty good success using my talk to text the other day. I mean, it was weird, it kind of auto-corrected itself. You just have to speak at a good slow pace, loudly and clearly, and it looks like that transcriber on the iPhone. And then I just copy and paste the text off the text message and send it to myself in a Gmail. I wonder what I could do with documents on that. Google Docs. Yeah, just this I haven't been going out to the trail. Been stuck inside working on this kind of internet stuff. And then, so I've been wanting to go to the Springs, but now that's closed for an ancient broken line. It's been closed like that before. I mean, after floods it's closed sometimes for a couple of weeks. No big deal. That's that whole reason why people live on the West Coast, man. They got all that beach. All of that beach. All of that beach. There's some good old boys. Never meaning no harm. I was they're talking about mayor for Austin, and I'm really not he's okay, he's all right. I got nothing against him really, but I'm not a big Matthew McConaughey fan. He is chick bait. Ladies love him, but he had mentioned about running for office, and he should run for mayor of Austin, come in and fix this police situation and get Austin back to just brass tacks. Police, fire, hospital, not all this other. If that guy ran for mayor, he'd win so easy. Then just do a couple of stints. By that time, Abbott's probably gone, and maybe George P. Bush will be trying to run, or someone like that. But yeah, McConaughey would. Thing about him is that he's got his own money, so I don't think he would be running as mayor to make profit for himself, as we have seen from some guys. I think he's got skin in the game. He likes his town, and has Longhorns here, so I think that guy's more of a true lover of Austin than anyone downtown in that city council. So anyways, recruit Matthew McConaughey to run for mayor and get back to brass tacks down at the city hall. Down at the city hall. That's what this town needs. Just a good old boy. Oh yeah, this is the one I completely screwed it up completely the other day, right? It's got like this gradation of super white light to yellow. I think I need to get need to indicate these two hats. So there's a hat here and there's a hat right there, right? And it looks like one paddle border, but I think it's two that are just kind of, and that's way out there. That doesn't go out there to there. So this is going to look confusing to people, but what can you do? What can you do about it? What can you do? I used to, that's just, I forgot his name. Gary B. Gary Nunn. He's a millionaire now. He's always been just a wizard of money making. It's like several people I know like that. They made tons of money just off their ideas being so good. I'm not that kind of dude myself, unfortunately. But he rented me a studio space at Rio Grande in 15th. At the time of the Duran Duran, I think it was their wedding album, but it had white lines in there. Doodly-loom, doodly-loom, doodly-loom. Doodly-loom, doodly-loom, doodly-loom. White lines. away. These figures have to be very obscure. Almost can't see them. Almost cannot see them. Oh my, look at the time. It's 10:44, so I've been painting for 10 minutes. So, I'm thinking, so I have a couple of other promotional ideas. I'm thinking of going like, making a nice print. A couple of nice prints. And I guess just get them printed up on aluminum, and then putting them out at a couple of locations where like some old Austin people might appreciate them. You know, the old Magnolia Cafe would have been perfect. Or either one really, the one on South Congress too, but maybe this El Dorado Cafe. I think they have kind of an Austin-based theme. They may dig that. Usually I can't shut up, but sometimes I could be in a library or something, right? And I could be looking for a book, and all of a sudden I do what I don't ever do, which is just hold my breath to where I don't even realize I'm holding my breath. And I almost pass out. Just a weird phenomenon. A weird phenomenon. So I've got that idea. I don't know. I wonder how much a national magazine, maybe a Texas. Does anybody even read any of that shit? You guys spend a lot of money. Does anybody even look at Texas Monthly anymore? I do not know. I do not know. guess this needs to be defined, that needs to be blurred, and this needs to be the focal point. Oops. Yeah. Oops. Actually, that is kind of a way I paint, is I do whistle a lot. Kind of puts me in autopilot. Kind of like my bicycle shark mode bicycle riding. In my bicycling videos, I have mentioned that I have what I have Orca, which is when somebody tries to come up and surprise race me. Like, they don't let me know they're racing me, but it's complicated. But when you're racing someone, it's better to let them have the lead for as long as they can, because that's all they're thinking about, is how to outpace you. Whereas when you're behind them, you're just trying to keep up the pace. And you just focus on breathing, 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 breathing. And when you get to a certain point, it's time to pull the trigger and let it rip. And the person in front wasn't thinking about breathing, they were thinking of staying ahead of you. Forgot to breathe. So the Orca move is just to tag them, just stay behind them. Let them know you're there. Maybe move from side to side so they start looking over their shoulder left and right. And then when the time is right, pull the trigger and off you go. But I'm doing that less these days. I'm getting worried I'm going to mess up and get hit by a car. Too old for that shit anyway. Most of those dudes are like 30. 34, a couple of 40-year-old maniacs out there. Maniacs, I tell you! You're maniacs! You dirty, filthy maniacs! And the time is 10:52. So it is 10:52. I think the best thing I could do at this point would be to cover them up as much of the stuff that needs to be covered up for my next visit. Yes, for the next time I come to visit, I want to make sure that everything, although there's the debate of covering every square inch of canvas versus leaving some raw. I know the great Rolling Stone, Keith Richards. That guy's pretty smart. I think that dude might be genius level. Except for his politics, but he was talking about when he sees a painting, he doesn't like when every little segment of it has to be covered. He likes to see a little spot where the canvas is not covered. Tres interesante. Tres interesante. Tres interesante. Tres interesante. So, with that in mind, see if I can switch to some kind of a bluish kind of. It's kind of a. Lately, one of my funnest things is to watch Caitlin Clark play basketball. It's better than men's basketball. I think men's basketball looks so static. I think it's especially because of LeBron James. Doesn't have the energy. The women's game, man, those chicks are flying all over the place. And since their skill levels kind of match up, it's like old NBA almost looks like, almost as violent if not more. And it can't be more. The old NBA was brutal.
It was brutal, Brutus. It was certainly brutal. It certainly was very brutal.
Brutal. Man, all this stuff doesn't even have to be accurate. I mean, no one's going to know. And it's going to be all covered. It's going to completely. This is a temporal, what I would consider a temporal scene. I would consider this to be a temporal landscape. These buildings are already up to here. All of these suckers. And that's only like in 3 or 4 weeks, I guess, since I took this picture. Maybe longer. But yeah, they can finish some of these buildings done faster than I can do painting. So as I get older, man, I don't paint as fast. But also, it's weird. Sometimes I have the sensation that I'm not painting something, but it gets painted on its own. The time is 10:57. I'm going to push it 3 more minutes. And then I'm going to break down. Go ahead and give it to me. Break down. Baby, break down. There used to be these bands, these cover bands in El Paso. South Shore was one of them. They did this song. They did a lot of Tom Petty. There was a lot of cover bands when I used to go out and drink. You could hear a lot of Bob Seger, Strut, Ramblin' Gamblin' Man. I was born lonely down by the riverside. Time's 10:58. 10:58. So that's a whole different grade game going on up here. Alright, a whole different grade game. That's close enough. 10:59. I'm over and out. This is Rick Calzadilla. Ricardo Calzadilla. My website is www.calzadillat.com. Calzadillaart.com. There'll be links in the description, I guess. So keywords are fine art, painting, landscape, cityscape, Ladybird Lake, train bridge, skyline, Austin, Texas. What other keywords? Available for sale on the website. Available for purchase. This is Rick Calzadilla. Over and out. Thank you very much.